So we have put 4 big, hairy, audacious goals, which is called BHAG. If you look in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, he talks about having a BHAG, a big, audacious, hairy goal. So the 4 things we're going to accomplish this year. Number 1, and we already have commenced this, we are starting our own fund. That's right. We're starting the DJTMC Forex Fund $1 million fund. Now, what I mean by that, we're actually have lined up, just like we do in the 7 spheres of money. We work with professionals who have special skill sets, specificity skill sets, 15 years plus in one lane, no generalists, that actually have proven that they have achieved 7-figure status in their profession in that one lane. And we now have been fortunate to be blessed with our, business partner of the Domlin Capital Group, Mr. Leonard Ray, who we brought on the show several times. And I have finally beat him down to work with us after a couple of years of begging him and prodding him and putting him on the spot on the show. We have finally been blessed to have him bless us with helping our members. And we have actually officially started the DJTMC Forex $1 million fund. And why is that important, Nick? That's important because our monies collectively as a group, and I'm talking specifically to our people, and we're not excluding anybody, but this is specifically for our people. So we started this fund with a person who's already successfully trading millions of dollars successfully since 2007. Now we're going to have the ability to do our own fund, and we're going to take our monies, if we're wise enough, out of the bank system and be our own bank, our own financier, and we're going to create a fund that 100 people can participate in. And guess what? I'm the first person in the fund. And I began the fund back in November by putting 5 figures in the fund, and I have gotten a great double-digit return on that fund. Now, let me mind you with this, Nick. This fund is not for the weary. It's not for the weak. This is a sophisticated investment vehicle only for those who are qualified, okay? Because we can't guarantee you anything, only that you will die and pay more taxes unless you got great estate advisors like we have. But anyway, back to the story. And since it's the first segment of the year, I'm going to keep this PSA a little bit longer because you need to hear this. So a sophisticated investor is a person that has an income by the IRS guaranteed of $200,000 consecutively for 3 years straight, and they have a net worth of $1.5 million outside of their home. Okay, that's generally the type of person that can invest in a Forex fund. Now I hear you. Oh, Forex, I can do that on Cash App. I can do it on Robinhood. I can do it on Acorns. Yeah, you're right. Individuals can now trade in Forex, and most of those people are failing immensely because they're not professionals. But you can put your money in the fund. But what we're doing as professionals, we're having a professional fund being managed by a professional who has achieved 7 figures more than once, more than twice, and has been doing it for a decade plus. So what I want to just start learning how to do Forex, absolutely. But what I want to trust my ability to make significant amount of earnings when there's a great opportunity to have significant amount of losses, or would I want to put my money with a professional like you do with your 401k, like you do with your pension, like you do with your mutual fund, and you that look like me, you generally don't even vet these organizations because you have been indoctrinated from the day you came from the womb till you got into the system of debt and financing to just put your money with the other company. And once you put it there, you sit and you get a statement, hear nothing about it. Nothing wrong with that. But that used to only work in the industrial age. We're in the information age now. So what we decided to do is line our chips up with what we believe is the best to do that. So that fund is jumped off, and that fund is going to be open for a limited amount of time. And we have already raised several hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this fund started. And this fund will be open until the end of March, but we have 10 founding members, and we still have a seat left if you want to be a founding member, but you have to qualify just like Nick did by going through our initial program which is called the Pro Package. We give you 3 consecutive weeks of teaching you about becoming a type of investor, what kind of investor you are, doing a financial analytical report analysis on you, and then bringing back a full 14-page comprehensive written plan to give you a starting foundation. Once you go through that gauntlet and work with us, our partners, our advisors, our accountants, our CPAs, our financial planners, and if you're qualified, then we'll share that with you. That fund have $1 million in it. That fund will make extremely great investments, and it will be an amazing historical fund in of itself, run by professionals, by us, for us, with us. That's amazing. So that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to continue to do our real estate investing, which we've been invested in since 2005. We have invested in over 300 properties collectively through 4 states. We're in the state of Michigan. We're in the state of the state of Missouri. We're in the state of Illinois. We're in the state of Texas. And we're also going to be expanding into the state of Ohio, which we started already. And we're also going to be expanding to the state of Florida. We already have over, $20 million of assets managed by another 2 groups of professionals. These are not owned by me, DJ the Money Coach, but I do own property in these investments with people I've known for 15, 20 years. Unlike other people who raise money from people and then they say they're going to go out and buy stuff, we already own the properties. And most importantly, we own 90% of these properties outright cash, and we can prove it to you. So our second project, which is going to be continuum of a project we've been doing, which is called Great Lakes Property Management. It's called Bond and Associates. We're going to continue to find other properties in the market, price points from $15K up to $200,000, and we're going to buy them outright as a collective consortium. Or we're going to teach you how to buy them off our assembly line at a price point of $40,000 to $50,000. These properties will be managed just like a mutual fund, and you will get a rent paid to you every month, anywhere from $600 to $900 a month, depending on which model you buy off the assembly line. And I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, how I can guarantee that these work. And the answer to that is real simple. I've been invested since 2005. I got out of the market in 2010, got back in the market in 2015, and acquired several properties since. And I have a 4 to 5 figure, monthly passive that comes through that one vehicle. Okay. We're going to make that project grow by 50% this year. So we're going to take it to $30 million. Okay. And you can be a part of that. And we have a lot of success stories. Our third project, which we're excited about, is called Teach a Child How to Fish. And so that project right there is amazing because this is for children age 8 to 21. Don't get insulted if I call you a child at 21, unless you are an accredited, sophisticated investor at 21, which there's several people out there in the world that are, but 98% of them are not. We're going to teach them the basics of financing. We're going to teach them how stocks work, how dividends work. We're going to teach them how Forex works. We're going to teach them how mutual funds work. We're going to teach them how to read an annual report by the Security Exchange Commission, which is a requirement for any public traded company that they give an annual report. We're going to teach them how to become entrepreneurs, how to use the platforms on the digital and social media, how to get digital marketing skills with our partners, Seth, our partners, Ericka. We're going to teach them how to partner up with Holly Reed, our CPA, and teach them the basic fundamentals of how to become owners versus employees through the business system. And I'm excited about that because our goal is to work with 1,000 children over the next 12 months. That's probably the best project that we're doing as far as legacy is, to continue to create multi-generational wealth in our community. So that's the third project. And the last one, but not least, we're going to have a goal of working with 1,000 people a month through our partnerships, through our core programs of our Family Finance 101, our 3 Steps to Success program, Teach a Child How to Fish program, indirectly online, offline, consultative relationships with our accountants, our attorneys, our financial planners, all of those. And our goal is to do 12,000 touches in 2021. So that's the 4 major projects Nick, that we have already began, and we're off to a tremendous start. I mean, literally, you take care of my calendar. My calendar is booked. And just to show you example, I never have worked in the past 7 years doing December 17th, actually December 12th to December to January 7th. I usually never work. But this past year, I think I've talked to probably 40 people.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yep.
and out of 40, about 80% of them joined some form of our program that we are inundated with right now, excitingly helping them, from people as young as 21 years of age, and we're working with people as old as 74 right now. And those people have come to us through Dr. Willie Jolly's interview, Ericka Williams' platform, just going onto our website, seeing your show, seeing Astoria's show. And man, we're so excited. You know, I can't wait, man. I'm so invigorated that that's what I'm passionate about. So you could have chosen a better book to talk about. So that's my story. That's my truth. And guess what? I'm not perfect, and I ain't trying to be perfect, because perfect is the enemy of great. I'm flawed just like everybody else, but I have principles, I have integrity, and I roll up my sleeves and I go to work and I apply, you know, the platinum rule in life. And what's the platinum rule? Do and treat people the way they want to be treated, not the way you want to be treated, because that's the golden rule. And what I mean by that, if Nick, you had a wish to get your favorite car and I was going to buy it out of my pocket, and it happened to be whatever, a Lexus or a BMW. And let's say I like, you know, Aldi. I go out and buy you an Aldi, even though I pay for it. That's the golden rule. I got to go get you that Lexus, the exact one that you want for that amount of money I told you I was going to spend. And that's what we're talking about. And so we're going to go beyond the Call of Duty, and our team is going to come out, starting with Nick on the front line as our business manager. Then immediately they're going to be imparted and touched by Melvin Hobson. Then they're going to be touched by me. Then they're going to be touched by James Lane, our CPA. Then they're going to be touched by Dr. Sylvia Hollowell on the medical side. Then they're going to be touched by, you know, a lot of different people, Harvey, Steve on the mortgage and broker side. So we've got a lot of options and avenues for people to pursue. And just to let you know, we are the place to be. And I'm going to say this right here. I challenge you to find a group in the professional middle class that look like us, that's committed to helping you versus just selling you some stuff. Because here's the deal. I've seen over the past 30 days, you know, people who throw programs together, you know, that they just threw together in 5 minutes. And literally people out there buying their stuff, and these people don't have experience. But you know what they are? They're charismatic. They're elegant. They got the bling, and they're selling you stuff. And I'll end this, you know, PSA with this. It's a guy out there on the platform on social media. He's a great guy. Got integrity, but he don't know what he don't know. He had over 400,000 followers. He's probably about 24, 25, and he's out there referring people to insurance products, financial products that he knew nothing about, and end up, you know, getting people, giving him $18,000, $25,000 and getting caught up. And I'm just saying to myself, why would you give somebody who has no background in financing, just because they are charismatic and they're speaking some other truths, your money without vetting it? And then we know that other guy out there that raised this amazing fund in Tulsa and raised close to $15 million, and he took that money and went and bought an asset for himself. And I'm not trying to cast, ill on those people, because I don't hate the game at all. But what I do hate is that people who are out here, you know, shaking the tree and just throwing stuff on the wall that have no experience. And then people follow them like sheeps and lemons. So with that said, our assets, we already own. Our team, you can look them up. They have license. They have Fortune 50, you know, resumes, you know, have worked with Exxon, Price Waterhouse, you know, companies like that, Tyson Foods, you know, Fortune 50 companies. That's important. McDonald's, burgers, BMI Music. Most of these people, they're giving their money up. And the other thing is they're charging people, you know, for courses, $997, $1,495. Yep. And they're giving them nothing but something they just put together on Teachable. and it looks real good. And then people look at my course, they say, why didn't you update your stuff? I said, what's more important? Is it the content or the actual, the shine on it? Because if you're looking for the shine, then you ain't somebody we need to work with. But if you're looking for the content and you're looking for people who got 15 plus years, 20 plus years, 7-figure background, then we the people. Are we going to update our stuff? Yeah, we will. But you know what? Our stuff is tried and true for 2 decades. So with that said, I've said enough. I'm excited. Those 4 projects, we're running out the gate, and we're actually literally having to turn people down actually to do, interviews with me. Here's what I'm also going to tell you. We're not going to be the cheapest game in the town. We're not going to be the most expensive, but like everybody else, our prices have increased this year because when I see people out here who are amateurs charging that amount and we're charging 1/10 just for you to get to know us, we're not doing that no more. But we're still going to be affordable for you. So back to you, brother.